Okay guys, so I'm going to be going through in this video how to put your pattern that you already have into one of these objects to see what it would look like in theory on a t-shirt or a bag. I have a headband, socks, and a phone background. So these are 5 of the examples I have, the files that I have for you guys. I sent them to you. And then the socks file, if I open it up, it actually has other variations on it. So does the headband file. It has 3 other variations on it that you could grab. And I do have a separate 6th file with a 3-dimensional t-shirt that has some wrinkles in it and looks like it's on a body. So you can see kind of a more realistic t-shirt if you would like. So I'm going to show you how to do this, how to put all of your patterns, the variations of your pattern onto these objects. So what we have to do first is we have to get the file for each object. So you guys are only going to do one. I have 5 on this document just to show you your options, but your final project will only be one object, or 2 if you want to keep going. That would be great. So you guys got this email and it has the attachments for each one. It says white headbands, phone, 3D colorful, these are the shopping bags, socks, and then I also have, I believe this is the 3-dimensional t-shirt, and this one sent differently, I don't know why, is the regular t-shirt. So those are your options here. If you want anything else, and I just want to make it clear that this is an additional step, I provided these links for you to make it a little bit easier, but if you would like something else, by all means, I'm going to show you where I got these, and they're free online on Vecteezy here. So I'm sending you guys this link as well, and then you will search, let me think of something else, like lunch bag, lunchbox, or whatever. You can search another object, make sure that we're going over to vector. So we don't want photos of it, we want a vector of it so that we can edit it. And then we can look at, these are all very cartoony. I don't know if it's not exactly what I wanted. So when I did the t-shirt, it looked like this. We want one that looks more realistic. So maybe you would want a t-shirt that looks like this, or a long sleeve, or a hoodie. A hoodie would be a good option. So I just have the plain t-shirt, and then I have the 3D t-shirt, like I said. So if you want any other clothes, let's see if they have a hoodie. Yeah, this one would be pretty cool. So I didn't download these free ones. So if you would like to, or if you would like me to download them correctly and send them to you, I can do that. Once you download these, they become a zip file, and you just have to unzip it. So I'll show you that separately if you want to do that. But let's start with, because it's already, I know it's already going to be a long video. Let's start with one of the designs that I'm going to download. I already have downloaded. So I'm going to grab from the email the socks design. I had it on my classroom computer, and now I'm on my laptop. So I'm going to download it onto my laptop for the first time. It's going to pop up down here. And then I am opening it, and mine automatically knows that it's a Illustrator file, so it's opening it in Illustrator. Okay, so I have my socks. Like I said, there's lots of different options here. So I think I chose this one that's facing the right for my design here, but you could choose any of the other ones. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take whichever one you want, and we're going to remove it from this file. So say I want to take this square, these socks. I have to separate all of these objects here. So I'm going to right click, ungroup. I'm going to click off just to see what's going on here. I'm going to click these socks again, and I see that now the socks are grouped without the background. So I have to ungroup again. I'm just going to check and make sure I have Okay, so now this sock is all together and this one looks like it's ungrouped. So I am going to delete that background so I can click and drag. So I'm going to click and drag this whole area just to make sure that I have everything selected and I am copying. Okay, so I have all of these selected. Now I'm going to work with it separately from everything else. I need to put it into my original file because this file doesn't have my pattern swatch that I spent so long making. It's not here. These are just my regular swatches of any old new file. You can play around with these if you want, just to see what it would look like with different colors. But my swatch that I created is in, actually let me keep this a color just so we can make sure we have the right socks. My pattern is in this file. So I need to put it into this file. So whichever file you saved last time you were working in class, that's the file that you need to put your object into so that your swatch is there. So I have my swatch here. I already tested it with a square. I'm going to delete that square. I don't need it right now. And I am pasting my socks. All right, so let's look at these socks. Ooh, I don't want to stretch them. And as you can see, we have many different sections here. So whoever drew this drew different pieces of these socks, which is actually very cool because we can go in now and customize each piece. So I'm going to take out this little mock-up logo. You can leave it in if you want, or you can write something in if you want to take that extra step. So I'm going to, oh, this one's actually still grouped. Let me ungroup that again. There we go. I'm going to delete that little mock-up logo and that little mock-up logo. So I just have the socks. Now I'm clicking the area that I want to be the pattern, and I'm clicking my pattern. So here's what we have so far with my pattern. I also want to click this area that I missed the first time, make sure it's that pattern, and then it goes all the way through, and you can see it really connects all of the patterns, so it looks like what I need it to look like. I do want to try and have the heel and the toe be a different color. So let me just see if I can separate those again. Ungroup, make sure that that's different. I want this, good, okay. So I want this to be the pattern, that white part. And then I want the heel and the toe. Maybe I'll make it that teal color that I have on the background of my pattern. Maybe I'll add that to the heel and the toe and the seam here. I'm not sure exactly what the sock terminology is. And then I would do it like that. The only other suggestion I have for you after this step, and I would do it with the heel and the toe here, I would have to separate that, ungroup it, is to make, my other suggestion is to make the stroke line a lot bigger. So there's no stroke line here, and it kind of looks two-dimensional. And it's hard to see the separation between the heel and the toe and all the things like that. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to add my stroke line. And let's see what it looks like black. And I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. Let me click off. So now we can see the difference there. Now we have that stroke line that goes in between those sections here, those sock detail or contour lines, if you will. We also have a shadow. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm going to delete those because I don't know, they're not fitting the dimensions for me here right now. And that's what we have so far. Already pretty much done. I only did a few things. Now, if you see it in the object and you want to edit your swatch, your actual pattern, we can do that. So I'm going to click my swatch, which is right here. I know it's hard to see because they're very small thumbnails right here. I'm going to click my swatch, and I'm going to go over to edit pattern. This is going to bring me to that other page here where it has my pattern. And then what I need to do with this pattern is I need to make this line go away. I don't know how I missed that when I made my pattern, but I have this weird line from when I tried to add a background, and it's just messing up my pattern. So let me see. Oh, I have my stroke on, that's why. Let me see if I can turn that stroke off. Beautiful. And now that line is gone. That is so much better. That is what I wanted. I didn't notice. And now when I go back, that line is automatically gone. So let me do that one more time. I'm just going to make a more drastic change so that you can see. I'm going to go to pattern, and I should have labeled that pattern too so I could hover and see which pattern it is. I'm going to edit pattern, and then let's try and just change that fill color that I did, that square. Just made a square in the background so that it could be a different color for now. And I'm going to make my fill yellow just so you can see it on the sock. And I'm actually going to name my pattern now. Yellow pattern, or yellow monogram, whatever I want to name it, that I'll remember. And I could make this a different copy too. So if I want to save that other teal one, I can save the teal one, but I'm going to also save the monogram, the yellow one. So I'm clicking done. And as soon as I click done, it goes right back over here to the socks, and I can see the yellow pattern. And I can take this socks, I'm making this big or as small as I want to now that they're all together. You can see the pattern moves in the background. You can move it around a little bit to your positioning that you like the best. And you can do this for any of these other shapes that you like.